Their spiritual leader is under fire. So what kind of toll is the bishop scandal taking on the members of his church, and do they continue to stand behind Bishop Eddie Long? Joining me right here in Atlanta now is John Campbell III, Gary Foster, and Gabrielle Richards. Thanks to all of you for joining us. They all attend New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. And via Skype from London, we have Kevin Bond. He is a Grammy Award-winning producer and former employee of New Birth. Kevin, I want to start with you, and I want to ask you, since you're now observing from the outside, do you think that most of the members of the church will stand behind Bishop Long?
First of all, thanks, Don, for the opportunity. I do. The black church is very loyal, even sometimes to a fault. But at the same time, many of them came to Christ under Bishop Long's ministry. So they will definitely be loyal and trust that he's innocent and hope that these charges can be proven to not be true.
And what about your feelings about this? I asked you about them. How do you feel about this?
Well, without a shadow of a doubt, the information is certainly damaging. The evidence and all the things that are coming out slowly, one piece at a time, all of that is very troubling to many of us in the gospel community and the Christian community. And it is also my hope that these things are not true and that he'll be able to prove his innocence.
Okay. So, John, why do you stand behind the bishop?
I personally stand behind the bishop because he's my leader. And as members of the body of Christ, it is our duty to stand behind and lift the arms of our prophet. And that's what I will continue to do until he gives me reason not to.
And what about you, Gabrielle?
I've been a member for almost 8 years now. And ever since I've been there, the ministry has done so much for my family and I, for my friends and I, and for my schoolmates. I stand behind the ministry.
Okay. Gary?
I stand behind the bishop because of the leader that he is. He is a true leader. The word that he gives is so rich and it's so life-changing. There is something about Bishop that you just respect. And I support the ministry because the ministry has supported me.
When he was supposed to speak out on the radio show and then speak out at other times, and he didn't, did that concern you at all, Gabrielle? When you said, are you at all asking yourself, any of you, why isn't he talking about this?
Well, I feel as though he's following his spirit because it may not be the appointed time for him to step out yet. He wants to address his congregation on Sunday, and that's what he wants to do. Yeah. I agree with that.
Don,
go ahead.
Don, I think that's the
hang on 1 second. I want to hear this young man, and then we'll get to you, Kevin.
I feel that this is very typical of Bishop. Bishop is a family-oriented man, and he would view New Birth as his family. So I do see why he would delay speaking to the radio before speaking to his congregation.
Kevin, go ahead.
Well, we understand the delay, but even those of us in Christendom that are not members of New Birth, we also want to hear from Bishop Long. And there are those that have supported his ministry, bought the books, bought the videos and tapes and the CDs as well. And we do want him to speak out so that whatever this cloud of suspicion is over him, you know, can be dispersed.
Yeah. So listen, I know it's very tough to listen to this, but I want you to listen to what the lawyer of the accused had to say about one of the young men that is accused, the bishop, and their relationship and what happened. Let's play that, and then we'll talk about it.
Anthony was moved in and lived in that house for approximately at the end of 11th grade when he was 17 years old. And there the pastor started to do what adult pedophiles do with younger people, which is starting to spend time with them, casually watch TV with him and lay his legs on him, and then ask him to massage him, and then start explaining to him how special he was to him, and it was special for the bishop to be able to spend time with them. They did devotional readings together. He was over there on a regular basis at this house.
What do you think when you hear that? What do you think when you hear that, John?
I still have a feeling that those are not the intentions of Bishop. Bishop is known to be a mentor to young men, and I feel that him have an interaction with this young man or watching TV with him, it's nothing. I don't feel that it was anything with a negative intention behind that.
You want me to tell you what got my attention about this, and I've never admitted this on television. Okay. I am a victim of a pedophile when I was a kid, someone who was much older than me. And those are the things that they do. The language, this doesn't make you gay if you do this. So when someone starts to say that, you start to perk up and go, oh, 4 people have said the same exact story and using the same buzzwords. How do people come up with those stories? Did that ever cross any of your minds, Gabrielle, when you heard that 4 people who have come up with the exact same story, who 2 of them know each other, the 3rd one doesn't really know the other one, and the 4th one doesn't know any of them?
When I look at different pedophiles, as he said, I don't see Bishop as one. If you look at the various things that he's done for the community and for young people in general, none of it boils down to him looking like a pedophile.
But it doesn't mean that, I'm not saying that the bishop is a pedophile. I'm not saying that the bishop is guilty. But no one is perfect. And so far, you know, I have heard members of the congregation, some people say that, but many people have not even put into their mind the possibility that this man is not perfect, and maybe in some way, even if it wasn't the behavior didn't go as far as what the men are saying, that something there was inappropriate. Kevin, and as I was saying, Kevin, you're older than these guys. I have never admitted that on television. I didn't tell my mom that until I was 30 years old. The things that these young men are talking about, men don't want to, especially African-American men, don't want to talk about those things and don't want to admit them, even if there's money involved, that you may make money off of it.
You're telling the truth, Don, and the truth of the matter is most people don't lie when it comes to this type of thing. That's why it's so very important that the bishop speak out, and the pause and the delay that is taken for him to speak out is really causing more, making it even more troubling.
Yeah, I think that you guys are all brave. Kevin, thank you for joining us from London. Thank you guys so much. I think you're very brave, and of course you should stand behind your bishop, but you should also have an open mind about this. We hope that these allegations are not true, and as I said, I've been saying all week, there are no winners in this situation. So best of luck to you tomorrow, and come back tomorrow and talk to us about what you heard there in the congregation, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much.